I'm here at Siemens Lindham House with Christy Loughlin, who's one of my learners. She's now finished her qualification, but you've worked with me now for a couple of years, haven't you?
I have, yes.
We've done a number of qualifications. We did business administration at level 2 on a train to gain contract, and then Christy progressed and did business admin level 3 on a full apprenticeship and advanced apprenticeship. But before we start talking, can you just tell me just a little bit about your job role and why you wanted to do one of these qualifications?
Yep. When I first started here, I started as a waitress. I stayed in that position for 10 months and then progressed on to the head waitress, and then I'd really developed that role as far as it could go. There was a gap in the service we provide in terms of administration skills, so I decided to take the qualification so I could fill the void within the company. There was lots of documents that needed updating, but didn't really know how to go about it. So I did the business administration level 2. I wasn't expecting to enjoy doing it or even be any good at it, but
we were.
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been really good. I've been promoted to house administrator since completion, so I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So it was a career shift for, well, you're still in the sort of like catering side of it, but you wanted a bit of a career shift as well, didn't you?
Yeah, my main job role is more administration, but I do cover the catering side of it still. Yeah. So it's been beneficial for the company because they've got two for the price of one, basically.
Yeah. Now, when we first started, we did paper-based qualification, didn't we? What was your view of that? What did you think of that?
I felt the paper-based version was difficult to understand. It was complex in testing at times. It had no resources with it. It was difficult to understand what gaps I was left to do achieve on the units.
It was only the resources that I brought for you.
Yeah, manually.
Yeah, or emailed on your normal email. But also, like, you said to me that you felt that every time we met, we were waiting for us to update each other on what had been done, what had been achieved, me ticking it off before we could start anything else.
I think a lot of our time was spent, you know, like you said, updating each other and on the progression of my work, whereas as opposed to you come now and it's a recorded discussion and we're actually achieving something and it's really beneficial.
You said to me that you felt like the paper-based project was look at your standards, flip back, look at your reference sheets, flip back, do that.
It wasn't a good layout, it wasn't easy on the eye. Looking from the back to the front to the middle, and that's if you didn't get your finger trapped in the binder.
Because I've got a view on this, but what did your manager Denise think of when we were doing the level 2, what was her view of things, do you think?
I think she found it extremely difficult to understand, and I found it extremely difficult to try and make her understand because of the total layout and even the NVQ as a whole. So her input in the NVQ2 was very limited. It was very frustrating too.
But when we moved on to level 3, it was completely different. I mean, I don't know, I felt that she was far more involved in it. We did lots of guided discussions together. She seemed to really know what you needed to do, by when, what we needed to plan in before we had to get it done. I mean, what do you think? Do you think she felt it was better?
Oh, she was much more involved this time. She had her own login to the E-NVQ so she could access it when she liked. At her convenience. She was constantly updated on what work I had achieved. So it worked better for me because she was able to give me more support through the E-NVQ. She had a direct contact with you. So she said on numerous occasions how comprehensible it was, and she felt it's a much better system compared to the paper-based. Especially in a qualification like business administration, you need your IT to be there, don't you? Even as a training provider. It's success.
When you started doing your level 3, you did an advanced apprenticeship. And we did it on E-NVQ. Overall, why did you like it? What was the good things about it?
Oh, the good things was the vast amount of resources that was available to me. The fact that I could upload large documents to you and you would receive them, and you could update my work on an ongoing basis without having to meet face to face. They were the main things around the E-NVQ. More time was spent when we did meet on achieving our standards because we'd already done all the updating before you had arrived. and it was just, it was really good.
We did a lot of, like you said, I'd update and we'd know what we were doing. I'd send you'd get your little email messages coming through.
Yeah.
And we did a lot of guided discussions. Do you felt we used our time better?
Oh, much better. I think the guided discussions were brilliant as well.
Yeah.
Because it was an opportunity for me to talk about policies and procedures, what I do in my day-to-day job role, which previously couldn't be recorded.
Yeah.
So we hit quite a few standards with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I did quite a few guided discussions with Denise as well.
Yeah. And it was they were easy for her to verify because they were all timed and marked, so it took a minimal amount of time to verify them. It would just be a quote and then she would say yes, this had happened. So again, that was to no convenience to Denise.
I felt she was happy with it and more involved. I felt that you were more. Would you say you felt more in control of your qualification the second time around when we did that?
Oh, definitely, yes, because I could access it anytime I wanted. I could get more support with Denise. She had a direct contact with you. Yeah. So it was much more accessible. Yeah.
Is it fair to say that when we were doing both your qualifications that you worked some weird and wonderful shifts?
Yes, and still do.
Yeah.
So I do 6:30 till 2:30, 2 days a week, and then 12:30, 8:30 for the other 3 days. During busy periods, Christmas and barbecues, I can work 6 to 7 days whilst covering for my manager Denise and my co-worker Gareth.
Sickness, absence, holidays.
Yeah.
And also, I'm part-time. I'm only 9:30 till 2:30. Did any of that shifts and me being part-time affect how we got on and the progress we made?
No, I don't think so, because we had E-NVQ this time, so it was just accessible. When I did have a quiet period, and I could just upload it and get on with some work. Yeah. So it was good.
So it was a win-win all round.
Indeed.
That's it. Thank you very much.
That was